In this video, we're going to talk about some effects that we can get, again, with materials, but also with special textures, special maps, and especially we're going to concentrate on the Triplanar mapping tool that can be really useful when we have complex objects and we don't have a mapping already. And then we will see how we can create different types of effects using the for object. So we can create, for example, grass, and we can distribute using particular maps on a particular surface, and then we see how we can create kind of like carpets or fabrics for similar effects. And also we'll see the parameter to round the corners of your objects, because when you do renderings, usually you have like straight corners, but this is not really good. When you do rendering, you want to do realistic rendering, it's better to have always chamfered or rounded corners. And so there is a particular effect to do that, and we are going to see how it works. Now let's get started, and first of all I want to show you a really useful panel which is not visible from here. You see here you can access the fur. You can add and remove fur from the toolbar. You can also add and remove displacement again from the toolbar. And we're also going to see the other icons here that are left in the following videos. In this video, we're gonna use this one here. But also, if you go here in VRAY, you will also find some additional tools. For example, this one here, I find it pretty useful, which is the file path editor. So when you use this one here, it's gonna show you all your assets that you're using right now for all the different, for example, materials, and also it's gonna show you all the different folders where it's gonna get all these textures here, which are basically images, so they can be JPEG or PNG or EXR. Now, if you change the name of a folder or you change the name of a particular asset, especially images, then you're not gonna see the material there. You're not gonna see that particular texture or image. So you need to make sure that everything stays connected and linked, and everything should look green here. Now, if it doesn't, there should be a problem. And so you need to fix that. So for example here, if I see this one red, I need to repath this. So I need to find the correct path for that particular image. Otherwise, it will not show in the render. So this is a particular useful panel if you want to double check that everything is there, especially if you used a lot of folders and you have the different materials and textures stored in different locations. Okay, let's talk about mapping just a little bit. So also I will change here the camera in Rhino to 2-point perspective. Okay, so Rhino has its own mapping tools. So when you select an object that you want to map, you can then go to the texture mapping and you will find a lot of different mapping tools, and depending on how complex is the object, on how much is the complexity, you can choose different types of mapping. Now the most complex is probably unwrap, and this is useful when you have really complex objects. So for example, this bust here or this pillow or anything that is not essentially something pretty pure as a geometry. So what you can do here is get to the mapping objects and try out different solutions, but we are not going to use the Rhino tools in this video, probably in other videos about Rhino. So you can look for in our channel some videos about Rhino mapping. And here you also can download and install this free and open source software. Well, you can also support them, which is Armor Paint, and this is wonderful if you want to create textures, materials, and unwrap and work with dirt and curvature, well, with a lot of effects, and create really realistic materials. So in this video, we're gonna use instead a mapping tool that it's inside the VRAY asset editor. So it's a VRAY tool. So let's create here a brand new asset for this bust. So in this case, I got from the library a particular fabric here. So I'm gonna apply it to the selection, and then we can see how it is mapped. Now it looks pretty good because this is probably a mapped object. So it does have an unwrapped mapping, and so the texture behaves pretty good. But what if it doesn't? So what if we don't have any mapping at all? Now in that case, we can use this one here in VRAY, which is called Triplanar. We can go here to the textures and get our Triplanar. Okay, now how does this works? Now we need to place this in the position that where we want to use it. So for example, I cannot apply this directly to the object. So this is just another way to use the textures. So I will create a new standard material here, and I will name it Triplanar so that I remember. Right click and assign or apply to the selection. Okay, so this is a standard gray material now. So we can apply here the Triplanar. Now Triplanar can be used for the diffuse or any other channel. So let's just click this, drag it, and drop it there. And this could be an instance, or it could be also a copy. So click there now. Now everything looks black because we need some textures here. So I can get the textures from other materials in the libraries. Here I got this one here, for example. So I will just copy the texture from that diffuse channel of this particular material that you can find in VRAY libraries, and then I will place it into my Triplanar material. Click there, right click, and paste as instance, again if you want to maintain the connection between the one and the other. And let's run a render, and you can see here that the texture is perfectly mapped. I don't see any cut anywhere. It looks like everything is uniform and nice, repeated perfectly. It's fitting there, really nice. This is really useful for furniture, furnishing, pillows, something that is too complex to map with a simple box mapping or a planar mapping. Okay, now, moreover, we can increase the blend, and it's gonna hide the seams or the repetition a lot better. Now, if we want to test this, it's better to do it with more text